IIT Jodhpur, where innovation meets inspiration, where distinguished faculty are pushing the frontiers of knowledge, sparking ideas that have the power to transform the world, research that holds the potential to impact society. Get ready to embark on a journey through the minds of pioneers. Discover the sparks that are igniting the future.
Every year our country faces multiple hazards such as drought, flood, heat waves, which pose several challenges to millions of people of India by affecting agriculture, crop yield, water availability and infrastructure. How can we develop effective mitigation and adaptation strategies to reduce the risk posed by hydroclimatic extremes? Hi, I am Dr. Saran Aadhar, an assistant professor in Department of Civil and Infrastructure Engineering at IIT Jodhpur. Here I lead Hydro Monitoring Lab, which focuses on three key aspects of hydroclimatic extremes to reduce the risk posed by these hydroclimatic extremes to build resilient infrastructure. The first major aspect of our research lab is to understand the impact of hydroclimatic extremes on various infrastructure and other sectors. Global warming has significantly affected the meteorological conditions across the globe, affecting the spatial and temporal variability of hydroclimatic extremes and the impact of infrastructure on other sectors. Therefore, it is crucial to evaluate the reliable changes in the risk of hydroclimatic extremes over space and time under uncertain future climatic conditions, as well as their potential impact on various infrastructure such as water and energy and other sectors in the future. Based on the observed dataset and best global climate models, our previous research studies show which part of the country faces more risk of hydroclimatic extremes due to climate change and anthropogenic warming in the future. One of the recent studies demonstrates the changes in the severity and risk of mega heat waves over India in the future. Additionally, we also analyzed the impact of hydroclimatic extremes on water infrastructure such as dams and river bridges and energy infrastructure to identify the vulnerable hotspot regions in India to develop sustainable and resilient infrastructure. Overall, if we know the changes in the occurrence of hydroclimatic extremes with time and space, along with their impact on various infrastructures, enable us to develop the methods and designs to reduce the risk of these extremes, making our society more resilient to these challenges. It is also essential to understand the processes driving the occurrence of hydroclimatic extremes and how these processes are changing due to climate change and human activities. Numerous major and minor parameters affect the severity and frequency of hydroclimatic extremes. For instance, the variability in Indian summer monsoon rainfall is triggered by El Nino southern oscillation. When a strong El Nino warming conditions develop in the Pacific Ocean, droughts occur across the Indian subcontinent. Similarly, during a La Nina phase, cooler conditions, the Indian region experiences increased rainfall and a higher likelihood of floods. Similarly, various oceanic and atmospheric indices, along with global and local phenomena, influence the severity and the frequency of hydroclimatic extremes. For instance, meteorological and catchment characteristics affect the drought and flood propagation in the region. However, climate change and human influence may weaken or alter many known processes and relationships. Thus, it is important to identify and understand new processes as well as changes in existing ones that drive hydroclimatic extremes. The understanding of hydroclimatic processes will enhance our ability to predict these extremes in advance, helping to mitigate their impact on infrastructure and society. Finally, our research lab focuses on the monitoring and modeling of hydroclimatic extremes. Considering the challenges of hydroclimatic extremes in the changing and anthropogenic climate, providing real-time and forecast information on these events is essential for developing effective adaptation and mitigation strategies. This will ensure water resources sustainability and infrastructure resilience in the region. Using advanced modeling techniques, currently we are providing real-time information on drought conditions in India, which helps administrators, water managers, engineers and policymakers to take proactive measures to mitigate its effects. We are also developing real-time monitoring and forecast systems for other hydroclimatic extremes. Moreover, the majority of monitoring and modeling systems simulate the hydrological processes in natural conditions without considering the role of human activities such as irrigation, water abstraction, reservoir operation. Such systems fail to provide credible hydrological information in the human affected region. Therefore, we aim to use coupled human water system to develop an early warning system for hydroclimatic extremes. Additionally, our early warning system will provide information on concurrent and compound hydroclimatic extremes for effective planning and management of these extremes. In summary, by understanding the impact of hydroclimatic extremes, their underlying processes, and ensuring reliable monitoring and modeling, we can reduce the risk associated with these extreme events in the changing and human-influenced climate. This will help us to build a more resilient and sustainable society and nation for future. Thank you.